Hello again, it's Mr. Mythology. Today we're going to introduce the most important symbol in alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone. In the novel The Alchemist map, Joseph Nicolet comes across an ancient map that reportedly describes the location of the stone. So he goes on a quest to see if he can find any evidence that the stone in fact is real. So what is the Philosopher's Stone? Well, this is its symbol. A circle inside of a square, inside of a pyramid, inside of a bigger circle. Pretty neat, huh? Besides Joseph Nicolet, a lot of people have tried to understand the Philosopher's Stone. In my introductory video, I explained how Paracelsus is important to the book series. To him, the Philosopher's Stone was an alkahest, a universal solvent that all other elements obeyed, which explains why folks believed it could transform any substance, including changing lead into gold. Because of this, monarchies in Europe made the practice of alchemy illegal, since it could destabilize a government if some crackpot started turning everything into gold. Isaac Newton was hired to hunt down alchemists, even though he was a bit of a double agent who secretly dabbled in alchemy. Takes an alchemist to catch an alchemist, I suppose. Another belief about the Philosopher's Stone is that it could make someone immortal. For this reason, it became known as the elixir of life, or lapis elixir. A real-life alchemist, Nicholas Flamel, learned of the old lore during his travels that people believed he'd become an immortal. The legend of Nicholas Flamel might have been a transformation of another figure, Christian Rosenkreutz, who may or may not have been real. In fact, the name was theorized to be more of a titular pseudonym, which explained why it was used for so many centuries. Christian Rosenkreutz described that the real Philosopher's Stone could innately transform anything that it came into contact with. And upon a tomb dedicated to Christian Rosenkreutz, it's more of a pit, it read, Visita intero terra rectificando invenis occultum lapidum, which translates as, visit the interior of the earth, by rectification thou shalt find the hidden stone. The clue to find the stone was the byproduct of the stone, which since Christian Rosenkreutz's acronym has been called vitriol. Back in the day, this powdery byproduct was known as ormus, which is a pretty old tale. But that's what's cool about the stone lore. It goes way back. Masons and Templars believe King Solomon knew the secrets of alchemy, which is why they studied the geometry of his temple. Masons and Templars believed Solomon learned the secret knowledge from Hiram Abiff to build the temple. But except for an actual Hiram mentioned in the Bible, there isn't much to support this. Up until Solomon, the ark was kept in a primitive structure, and the altar could only be built of unhewn stone. Well, Solomon wanted to build a grand temple. So how do you do this without hewing some stones? In one legend, he uses a magic ring and enslaves demons. Pretty neat. My favorite tale fits in with the story of the Philosopher's Stone. Solomon heard of something called a shamir, which was like a stone and worm put together. The shamir could eat anything or dissolve anything it touched, which would allow Solomon to hew stone without tools, right? He sent his men out into the world to search for it. Unfortunately, they returned with only a tiny fragment of it, but it was enough for wise King Solomon to use for his temple. Besides Solomon, many Christian alchemists speculated that the builder's stone mentioned by Christ from the book of Psalms might have actually been the Philosopher's Stone. Other interpretations go so far as to speculate that this powerful agent of transformation might have been used in the creation of matter and life. This concept can be seen in the Buddhist and Hindu views of creation, in which the Centimani stone does not just grant wishes, but that it fell from the sky. In the Alchemist Chronicles, the universal belief of the Philosopher's Stone can vaguely be seen in some real traditions. For the Oceti-Sakowin, known also as the Sioux or Dakota, stone is considered sacred. But in the folktale of Wishwe and the Legend of No Soul, the young hero uses a magical white egg to defeat the shape-shifting monster. For the Anishinaabe, their Seven Fires Chronicles has a lost item called the water drum, which, along with a lost ironwood scroll, plays a part in the fulfillment of prophecy. The actual Philosopher's Stone is probably more egg-shaped than drum-shaped, and its size and color range from red to white, depending on the telling. And whoever made the first one, the skill has been lost on alchemists ever since. In my series, I speculate that the original alchemists made the lost stone on a lost continent, sending treasure hunters from King Solomon to Joseph Nicolet, scrambling to find the clues. So if you'd like to pick up a copy of The Alchemist Map, you can order today from Fox Point Publishing, or if you'd like your copy signed by the author, you can order directly from his website.